Remember, folks, if you take any of my jokes too seriously or my attitudes too seriously, I will laugh. Hard. Also, remember, you do not have to be here. This is all on you. There's so many other things you could be doing. You could watch another video of mine where I'm not complaining, not riffing, not insulting, not making fun of anything, and not even angry. Because, as always, if you look for this type of stuff, you'll find it. If you only focus on bad stuff, you'll find it. But if you look for, say, Those Lacking Spines, which features a comedy of Kingdom Hearts that parodies almost every single bad fan-facing trope in existence and makes you just smile all the way. It makes me too. I was having problems. You could be listening to that, but you stay here. You're going to listen to a riff. You chose to do this. My apologies if you don't like it. Then I'm sorry, but I gave you a warning. You chose not to listen to this warning. For me, it's kind of like saying you don't like the storyline bits of Linkara, yet you chose not to fast forward. Or you chose, when you knew when the storyline bit was coming, to instead watch it all the way through. You knew what was coming, but you kept at it. That is on you. The rest of you, please enjoy Darkness of Dimensions by Mikey. Act 15, Bad Ideas. Oh, so Mikey finally realizes that putting in Iguasa in this story is a complete and total mistake, and that they really added nothing to the story. They did nothing for the story, and you practically had to jackhammer an excuse for them to be here. Yet you went and did it anyway. No, of course not. This was a great idea. You're probably going to come by and say why they did make something of it. Kikyo was standing in a field just near Kaede's village. Iwasa, Inuasa, and friends set off on their quest to locate more jewel shards, was a field that leads into Naraku. She glared at Inuasa in the distance with a straight and narrow expression. Inuasa then looked off into the field, believing he had seen something, but nothing was there. Inuasa, what's wrong? He turned back to face forward. For soul collectors, Kikyo levitated herself high into the cloud. Inuasa, she said under her breath, I still don't know if I wish to defeat you or not. But when the time comes, I know I will do what we must do if I am to find peace. But I cannot shake off this dark feeling, something dreadful what is about to occur. As Inuasa and friends trekked to the field, Kagami suddenly stopped. I can feel it! A sacred jewel shard, maybe two, heading this way. 2 shards? Inuasa felt whoever this was bound to be strong. Ready to Saga. I'm ready for it. Suddenly, he began to smell a familiar scent. That smell. Oh no, not him. Sure enough, a big tornado wave came rushing over the lands, and there stood Koga. Another personal favorite character of mine. Koga! Inuasa, he seized his sword, while Koga smiled as usual. Well, long time no see, mutt. Iwasa, you're never going to believe this, but Koga and his tribe are going to help take care of your daughter. So I suggest you be nicer to them. Iwasa growled, still haven't learned your manners. Well, I'll be glad to teach you. Gasai! Koga snickered. Nicely done, Kagome. He looked over, acting all cool and suave, much to Iwasa's annoyance. Oh. Koga, there's a girl out there for you. Yeah, but right now he's probably making every single mare and girl on this death saloon. Girls, 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 girls. Need me to remind you, why, we all are fans of Koga. We know what this is in terms of. Says Samaru. Moving on.
Hunting for more jewel sites, huh? Well, so am I. The fact that I just happened to run into you further confirms my feelings are real to you.
Kagome felt completely underwhelmed by his flirtatious remark. That's neat. Even the others rolled their eyes at Koga's sleeves routine. Even I myself never had this way towards women, said Moroku. No, you're much worse, Sango grumbled. Really worse. No, honestly, Sango, I'm hurt. I've never acted unfurrow to you. Wong Kong. Keep your hands to yourself! So, Koga, Sekigami pulled herself away from Koga. What are you out here?
Like I said, replied Koga, I'm looking for more jewel shards, and I just happened to run into you. What do you say you come on and help me?
Kagami started his obvious advance, but suddenly Inuasa Arafine slapped Koga's arm out of the way.
Look here, wolf boy. You want to find the jewel shards? Fine. But knock it off with your swooning with Kagome. Koga growled, gonna make me mutt after I came here to warn you as well? Warn us of what? Koga scoffed. I'm only telling you this for Kagome's sake. Word has it there's been some kind of dark power striking.
Dark power? In this world, that's normal.
Yeah. We wolf demons can hone in our sixth senses.
He glared at Inuasa and insulted him, but didn't and continued.
I've been seeing some dark aura in the air. It has just been feeding on people. But then for some reason it just vanishes, as if something was absorbing it. I can't see what it is, even with my senses. But I've got a feeling whatever it is can't be up to any good to absorb darkness like that.
The group began to realize he was referring to the Dark Angels. There could be no other explanation, and naturally Koga was not tied to dark powers, or responsible for a Dark Angel's demise, so he could never hope to see one with his own wolf senses. What? Oh, wait. Is it just me, or is all of this happening just now? They're just getting the information about this just now? If the Dark Angels have been doing this for centuries, millennia even, then shouldn't have this been a presence that they have felt all along? Only now they're like, oh yeah, we can sense this more clearly now. Shouldn't this been a normal thing like, oh, there's that dark aura thing again. Yeah, we're going around for years. Only now he's feeling it now that they know about it? What? You mean to tell me that there's been only one kind of person like Nobunaga for the past few centuries that was chosen? There's only been one of him. There hasn't been multiple people. Okay, I need to follow this here. Only one person was picked. So, what was going on all this other time? Huh? What was going on around here? Was this dark dude thingy just like...
Nope. Not yet. Not yet.
I was just letting all this dark energy, bad luck, whatever it is, just go around for a while. Meanwhile, this random happenstance was like, I think I could give it a little bit longer. Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes. 5 tops. And now, only just now? Oh, this one person seems to be suffering a lot of bad luck, but how far does it need to be for this dark thingamabob to pick? And to be fair, they weren't tied to Iwasa, and the others weren't technically tied to it either. They just knew the guy.
Well, yeah, thanks for warning, said Iwasa. Well, we already know all about this. You're worrying over nothing. So why don't you beat it and let us go on our way?
He and Koga faced each other like the heated rivals they were.
I'm getting sick of your voice, growled Koga. A real man knows how to look out for others. Some man you are,
protested Iwasa. All the others were very annoyed at their bickering. Look, Koga, I think there's something you ought to know. She told him everything. Things he knew about the Dark Angels, the Zone, Order Empress, and even Nobunaga. She didn't tell him about the ponies. Well, yeah, they kind of weren't exactly important to the story. They added nothing, did nothing, and just walked around for a bit.
They really have done zilch. And these Dark Angels, they just roam about, take the aura, go back to the world and do nothing? That's gotta be the silliest thing I ever heard.
I'm with Koga on this, but the Fig wants us to take it very seriously. Not silly. Okay, it is silly.
Oh, I didn't deny their existence, said Koga. I just think it's silly. They don't get their dream girls. They don't have much respect or manliness, so they decide to doll off and roll in respect forever. Sounds like a bunch of wimps to men.
You know, as of right now, Koga's the most agreeable person in this whole damn fic.
Thank you.
Roka urged Koga not to make too much sport. From what Kokomi said, the Dark Angels mean no harm and only wish to carry on without much trouble.
Don't make me laugh. They're all the same. Most likely up to no good. And if these guys think they can scare me, they got another thing coming.
I'm with Koga on this.
Me too, for once. I think I'm really wasting enough time here. I'll be on my way. Pig, you can't come, Kagome, but I'll be near.
Koga winked at her, much to her and Iwasa's arc, then took off, rustling across the land. And Iwasa cracked his knuckles.
I'd like to send him to the Dark Zone.
Everyone ignored his grumble and continued on their way. Along the way, Iwasa stood to the air. Stop! He said to the others, what is it? Iwasa? But Iwasa only growled and rushed on ahead. Iwasa! Let's follow him! As Iwasa sped on ahead, he could see in the distance Susumaru! Oh, Shessie. His brother glared at him.
Iwasa, you didn't waste any time. Is it just me, or are we now just running through a checklist?
That's exactly what's happening. We're just running through a checklist. I repeat my earlier comment. Straight. Chaka and Ren were ducking down in nearby forest heads, watching what was certainly to be a huge fight. Because Susumaru just randomly fights Iwasa from time to time. I mean, if you watch the show, you would know that's bullshit, but... Good luck, Susumaru! Ren said nothing, and watched for a deep concern for her boss. And future husband. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that because I just love thinking that I'm pissing off someone somewhere. Iwasa didn't draw to Saika and sneered.
Look, don't have time to play good guy, bad guy with you today. So why don't you just get out of the way and save yourself from humiliation?
Oh yeah! Now I see it. I forgot. Micah doesn't understand gray. So, Susumaru, not wanting to fight Iwasa for every single time he meets, or having a plan to go, now today I will fight Iwasa, or have something like that, beyond his capabilities. He doesn't understand character development, and he hates it. He hates characters changing. So Susumaru, being a gray character, makes no sense to him. He can't comprehend Shessie. So the only thing he can do is just go, Susumaru fights him? That's what he does? Susumaru's bad guy, right? No, he's a gray character. But Sasamaru bad? Mm-mm, not bad. But he do bad things. No, him good guy. But he fight with main character. Still a good guy. Bring him confused. I would love to have Micah. I would love to tell Micah more about other great characters. Because that's probably the conversation you're going to get. Gray? Yes. What am Gray? It is someone who's not completely bad, but not completely good. They are called sympathy. We start to understand them, and we don't really can define them. This makes them a whole person. I don't know. Sasamaru can only snicker. You sound awfully confident. Or it could just be you stalling to cover the fact you no longer have anyone by your side. Yes, I know all about the ponies. They were cute. Thinking, perhaps they'll have all kinds of power and abilities. Now you're going to tell me everything I want to know about them, including how to find them. He lost a fellow was brothers lust. Have you seen some of them in their anthro forms? Whoa. Even I did fully understand myself and wouldn't tell you a thing. The police have gone home and won't be coming back anytime soon. Oh, okay then, bye. Sasamaru didn't seem too badly disturbed about this. How tragic for you. It means I'll have no regrets in destroying you after all. Why am I even here? Why are you here? I have no idea. Yeah, Ren, Jocken, let's go. You guys, are you gonna try the fight scene? Not even a little? No. Can I at least have your autograph? Jocken. Yes, Lord Sasamaru. Bye, Sashi. Well, I suppose I just now gotta skip. Oh, really? The entire group felt chills running down their spines, and surely enough he appeared, dressed in baboon fur. Naraku and Sango sneered at the sight of the demon lord. Naraku! Master Jocken! Steady on, Rin, whimpered Jocken. Say very low, don't make a sound. Naraku glared at everyone, snickering wickedly. You just seem to keep running into each other. Yuasa growled and drew his sword. You! He was only for Naraku to skillfully slither out his way. Monster! Let the slide his staff. Naraku slipped again. Naraku then unleashed a wave of demons under his furry robes of the group. Ambush! Sango and Kilala leapt in, began to slaughter many of the creatures that came out. Kami saw others, but more remained. There are too many! Naraku didn't dare use his wind tunnel for hurting many of his friends, but he also cornered a little demons to one side, away from everyone else. Wind Scar! In a blazing wave of demons, they were disintegrated, and still more to go. Damn, this is the blast again. Backlash wave, Adamant barrage, middle Zagaiga. Just as he's about to do so, the demons were already blasted by another burning wave, caused by Sasamaru and his Tochoking blade. How noble. Naraku, the big brother protecting the younger brother. Sasamaru scoffed. I feel no sentiments, but if anyone will destroy Inuwasa, it shall be me, and anyone who gets in my way will perish. The demons were all gone, but Naraku was far from beaten. So, it has come to this, has it? Yes. You know, as long as he releases some modern groups, making some of the time once again, with his root tentacles way at the ray, you know, as long as we're bringing in, you know, Koga from out of nowhere, Kikyo, why not start bringing in everybody else? Take cover! shouted Sango. Naraku released his tentacles all over, slamming the group, forcing him to scatter roll about. He
He's moving too fast to get a clear shot of his main body. This is bad, whimpered Shippo. Felt really bad. It wasn't much he could do at the others at all. Easy, Shippo, said Kagome. She took over herself to keep safe. There were far too many tentacles moving for her to get a clear shot. Kagome, unable to get a clear shot. This Curl is a badass archer on the level of Ray. She can't get a clear shot? Really? Only he can distract us somehow, then we can strike his body and get him. And only watched helplessly as her friends and Sasori dodged the tentacles. Whap! Lalo's hair aside, Sako fell back, falling down. Sako! Caught the remote crew. You also saw her quickly let tie, scooping herself up, landing her down on the ground safely. While Kilalo's hits, he managed to straighten herself and land softly, but she was very weak, changed back to her cat form. What do you call her saber-tooth tiger form? Are you alright, Sango? Uraku asked now with deep concern. Fine, but we can't fight like this. Uraku snickered. Don't tell me you've given in already. Perhaps I was wrong when I felt I underestimated you all. Shut up! snarled Yuasa. I'll have your head for that one, Raku. Sasori dashed right past him and bounded his way up to Hugh's demonic body. Wait, Sasori! Called Kagome. Oh my goodness! Jacket cried from the bushes. Rin was frightened and too frightened to scream. Sasori made a clear bound to Raku's main body. Raku defended himself by swinging his tackles, when Sasori skillfully dodged, causing Naraku to be hit himself by mistake. Closer, Sasori neared, main body about to attack, but at least a few feet he failed to dodge the tackle, struck hard. It's been hit! Where's Sasori? shouted Rin. Sasori abandoned his talking and bounded painfully off the tackle skid to safety, landing for his dead near his companions, but groaning in agony. I'm bored! Cried Chuckin. Rin, give me something for the rest of this! Rin agreed, but Sasori stopped it. No, Rin, I'm not that hurt. It's too dangerous to go off. Rin did not go off, but stayed by her master's side. So much for him, hissed Naraku. He turned to face the group, who were charging straight at him. So, do you think this Fick remembers what it was about by now? Quick, while he's distracted, shouted Inuasa. Bounded straight up along the long surface of the body, like climbing a huge tree. Naraku unleashed his tentacles for him, once he dodged the slash of his sword. Naraku tried again to smash him, but Roku leapt in and blocked the tentacles with his staff. Narakos! Sako threw her boomerang to tangle the other tentacles, lasted a couple more with her sickle chain. He also got closer and closer, striking the main body. Naraku wasn't willing to accept defeat. I'm afraid close won't do it, Inuasa. He called to him. From under his fur coat, he released another barrage of demons at him. Inuasa! cried Kagome. As he didn't dare fire an arrow out of fear of hitting him, and all the others were too tied up to help either. But Inuasa was ready for this. Iron Reaver! Soul Stealer! The demons were slashed to bits, and Inuasa left through the sour-blooded corpses. As he was about to slice the head off, he was grabbed by one unseen tentacle, dropped the sword to the ground. Inuasa! cried Kagome. Everyone got down. It's Sasori who showed concern. Only for it seemed he would not be just one to destroy his brother. Inuasa was bound so tightly he couldn't even move. So, hey, Nobi, remember how you Dark Angels are supposed to be absorbing the bad luck and the bad shit and bad emotions and darkness and all of that? Am I doing that right now? They seem to be in a bit of a pinch. Offer assistance, drain the dark aura, drain the dark energy, make it so that they can win. Or are you just gonna float there? Well, I should commend you for your efforts, hissed Naraku. But don't worry of your friends. Their deaths will follow yours shortly. He also growled and struggled to break free. This one looked like the end was at sight. A secret arrow was shot in Naraku's head, slicing it right off in a streak of light. A secret arrow? Cried Kagome. She had not fired at all, as he could see, standing in a tall tree by the forest heads. Kill! You also saw her too. Kill! Their eyes met as they stared at each other. Inuasa was so lost in the gaze that he didn't even realize he was falling as Naraku's body was shattering. We get it, Maiken! You have a crush on Kikyo!
You are probably pissed off more than ever that Iwasa didn't get her in the end, and Kikyo died at the end of final act. We know! Iwasa! cried Kagome. Shippo let down her back, transformed a balloon, and caught Iwasa safely as the body of Naraku collapsed to bits. Revealing it was just another puppet clone and not the real Naraku. Even a few demons remained sneakily slipped off with the sacred jewel shards powered to dummy. No one seemed to notice. Be deceived again. Put down the head of buffoon fur. When will you ever show yourself? Naraku's voice taunted him. I will show myself to you when the time is right. Not before. That is assuming you'll live long enough to see the day. He said nothing more, his face trailed off. Everyone simply let it go, no sense of dreading on it. Shippo sat down on the ground and poofed back to his normal self. Iwasa, are you okay? Asked Kagome. When Iwasa didn't answer, it looked up at Kikyo in the trees. Kikyo! He kept looking at him, began to slip off into the forest. Wait, Kikyo! Iwasa! It figures he'd pursue her, said Sango. Kagome didn't notice he felt annoyed, upset, or anything. Or heartbroken. Where's Shibaro go? Asked Shippo. Sessamaru, Shaka, and Rin were nowhere to be seen. Hinting slipped off while everyone was distracted. Once they had slipped deep into the forest. Where's Sessamaru? You should rest your leg, said Ren. I am fine. I have been injured before. This is truly nothing I cannot heal on my own. All I need is rest. Yes, of course, said Jokin. Good rest is all you need, and soon you'll be able to smite your ass in. Jokin. Sessamaru said softly and drifted off to sleep. Or Ren sat directly beside him and fell asleep to herself. Jokin could only sigh. Oh, that's really sweet. You know the sad part is? This has been the least painful thing of the whole damn story. Iwasa continued to pursue Kikyo deep into the woods. Suddenly, she could see a light up ahead and stared in the woods and stopped dead in her tracks. There stood Kikyo, souls collectors feeding her. Kikyo. She looked down, her face expressionless as ever. The darkness is growing worse, she said to him. You feel it, don't you, Iwasa? He didn't know how to answer her, as he didn't tell her about the darkness he experienced and seen. I know, Iwasa. I know what you've been through. Iwasa stiffed. You know about the Dark Angels. You hear that? That's the sound of Maiken trying to jackhammer in the Dark Angel plot back into this scene. Even though I think it's obvious, it's not working. You just can't fit this thing in because it doesn't match. It is pointless. Kikyo shut her eyes. My spirit is cursed, and I am kept alive by harnessing the souls of dead women. But I am able to understand of such things, though I have never seen them, and I can fear them as well. Even though you know by now how deadly it is to disturb or disrupt the dead, no matter how great the temptation. You also was aware of this. What are you trying to say exactly? Kikyo looked up into the sky to the opening on the forest ceiling. I fear terrible things are about to happen if they continue as they are. Even Iraku will be able to fathom such consequences as they come. The guy wants to steal an object powered by gods. I think he can fathom it. Just worried at Iwasa. Even Iraku can't handle. Kikyo may be alright, but as long as nobody disturbs the Dark Angels or tries to anger them, things should be okay. Remember, folks, if there is somebody doing something that you think is wrong and is hurt and you think is corrupting and doing bad things to your friends, and you want to save them, don't. So just remember, folks, next time you see a poor little dog left in a road, badly hurt and in need of medical attention, ignore him. After all, things should be okay, right? And if you're realizing that there's a country or somebody's in trouble and there's a whole bunch of people that could possibly die thanks to genocide,
Don't disturb the bad people, or even anger them. Things should be okay. That's after all, what's a few bodies, right? That bad guy's not hurting anybody. He's just standing there saying he wants everybody to suffer and be subjugated to his will and being forced to do horrible things. But hey, as long as nobody disturbs him, he'll just be off over there. And hey, that one person who looks like he's a deep, angry thought, don't try to befriend him or try to help him through his emotional issues. As long as you don't try to anger him, things should be okay. Who cares if he ends up being a mass murderer and you could have done something? Because it's not like these Dark Angels are doing anything wrong other than randomly kidnapping people, putting them into a purgatory, keeping them from their final rest, keeping them from accepting their just rewards, putting them in an eternal hellscape where they do nothing but just sit around all day and just draining some dark aura that's ill-defined, so they really aren't doing shit! Who cares if those archangels are doing all that crap? They're not doing anything other than, randomly sucking souls out of people before they even had a chance to, reconcile. I mean, after all, the main six, obviously, were about to reconcile with Spike, and, Spike could have probably moved on. Fell in love with Ember. But nope! Take it away! Before you even had a chance to. Davis! Probably could have left the whole entire group, made his own noodle cart, got a brand new theme on. But nope! Take it away. Nobody even had a chance. Because, unlike Beast Boy, Davis was apparently really, really popular. And since Beast Boy is so dang super special, awesome, and so super damn powerful, why, he could just go off and be his own hero. Do things on his own. Apparently, he doesn't need the Teen Titans. But no, never has a chance because of the Dark fucking Angels. Yay. In Equestria, after Jester woke up from her nap, and after Vex had some much needed time to find her strength after being upset, the police told Vex of their idea of traveling to the feudal era, back in time and hopefully change history. No, Jester said. No, that's the question. But why? Asked Ruby. Yang sighed. Tell me we're not going to be doing what all through this convo. Jester for not hearing arguments. I know the other reasons for wanting to, but I have my reasons for not wanting to. What about once you listen to the right reasons? We can't just connect to the future era like that. And even if we did, it's stuff we'd be able to get back again. Even though they did. Rarity and Rainbow realized this. They only got back to Equestria via the Dark Angels. It'd probably still be a Kami's world if we're not for them. Said Jester, you realize that changing the past will involve bigger problems. Even if it make the future worse. Maybe. Could as a maybe, said Vex. But let's think. We could get Spike back and save the lives of many of the other Dark Angels. Yep. And that's exactly reason 3, said Jester. Even if we could save our Dark Angels, is it fair that they only be saved while the others are still imprisoned in the Dark Zone for all eternity? Yeah, you're right, Twilight! Let's go and save the day. And be heroes. Mycon, on the other hand, is not a hero. If he saw somebody in trouble, he would go, "Whoa, man, whoa! Not getting myself into danger!" I would. But remember, folks, we're supposed to be disagreeing with Mycon. I'm not. We're supposed to be seeing that Twilight is in the wrong. I'm not. Guess we didn't think of that, said Keyleth. So, I guess that's it then. Said Vax. Just give up the whole thing. I didn't say I was giving up, said Jester. I
Just said I don't want to try changing the past, especially when I have a better idea. Here's all got there. What's that idea? Asked Yasha. Ryan wasn't so sure she had it all worked out herself, as he could only throw it up. Lord Oedipus said the Dark Zone is a curse as in magic. So I think it's possible that the Dark Zone could be dispelled, and the Dark Angels could be magically restored to their lives. She felt so confident her idea could work. The only others were aghast at such a thought. Even Starlight was not so optimistic. You want to try to use magic on an entire dimension in the afterlife? Good work. I'm inclined to agree with Yasha, said Vex. I honestly think such a plot is even visible. Well, I mean, the Hugger apparently could do it. And I do know a few Eldritch Abominations that could sub up afterlife dimensions like that. And hey, in Diablo, you could wage war on heaven. I mean, it's not really that hard. Just get a bunch of band of strong adventurers and take things down. You just gotta make sure that they are brave enough, strong enough, and willing to do what's necessary. Not that hard. Yeah, said Yang. I mean, sure, we'd be a whole bunch of bad guys, curses, and crises before, but this? You begin to think of it all. Yours felt exactly the same way. I know it sounds crazy. Yeah, it does, Ruby said. The other knew it was crazy you'll see. But, said Jester, if we could do all that stuff before, we could at least try to do this. After all, we've never given up before, have we? Yours could not deny this one bit. Of course, they did think of the positives like Spike being returned. Their Dark Angels restored after many eons of fact. Even still, it looked like Twilight was overlooking many important things, but she excused herself from the table to question her. I had most of the things to do, most of the reading, she said. She was planning to read every single book she could, every possibility to kind of match to a need to get to the Dark Zone and possibly dispel it, even if she could. Something tells me she was about to fall into one of her recessive periods again. Here's the problem. You guys just said this is a curse. Erebus just said this was bad. That this thing was a bad place. That you were cursed. You were hurting. So, if these people could be freed, and these people could be salvaged, and these people could be helped, then why is Mr. Asshole saying no? Oh, wait, I forgot. He's an ass. That's why. I don't know about you, but if I've already said that my girlfriend blasted me here and I'm trapped in a horrible hell zone and I can't do anything and I'm forced to do this stupid BS of a job over and over and over again, you know what I'd be saying? I would be grateful for Twilight. But of course, can't be grateful to this person. Nope. The Disney Destined World was almost nightfall. Kairu was sitting on the bed. Oh, I forgot to mention how the Dark Angels would have liked this one bit if he found out Twilight was even thinking of affecting their domicile. Oh no! Free from boredom. In the Disney Destined World, it was almost nightfall. Kairu was sitting on the bed with Gatomon sitting next to her. She had a bad day. She had a Phil hated assignments due to her being so badly distracted. Now she had just gotten a call. She would be repeating the 11th grade for certain. Oh man! That would be bad if she was actually in an American school system! I know. I don't care! Well, sadly you have to care, because when you mess up like this, it takes the average reader and somebody who's intelligent and somebody who's stupid out of the story. Guess what? It's taking me out of the story. And yes, we all know why you're reading this and why you're listening to this. You're just trying to read this just to insult me, and I am so glad you are, Mikey. Because your comments make me smile. Then, as who knew, even our teachers were told it was not excusable to slack and ignore her schoolwork. Psychologists, They do not exist in Vikings world, apparently. And before any of you guys asked, I was joking that it was Mike's world. So I don't want to hear next time I'm writing a fic in Digimon and have a psychologist, somebody going, I thought you said there were no psychologists. No, it is a joke referring to this story. It is a gag in reference to a joke I make on Pony POV. Some people, Gamma was starting to feel balance, a sorry of pity. So you keep beating yourself up like this. And then... 9? Okay.
Kyrie.
Oh, hi, 9. She said without looking up at him. Was worried a little more. He sat down next to her.
I've been texting you all day, and you hardly spoke a word at school. You still upset about Davis?
She looked down rather sternly. Of course I am. It's bad enough ever since he died to begin with. Now I find out what he's been doing. There's more of them. How did things get so messed up like this? Davis was spying on her way up, but keeping out of sight, not wanting her to see him. He couldn't believe, after all she had learned from her visits, he was still acting as he refused to accept responsibility for her actions. Who says he's refusing responsibility? She's just feeling down that you're still there and that she caused it. She is still acting in pain and sorrow, you ass! My God! I was indifferent to Davis when I was a kid, and I really didn't mind him at all, but I swear, this fic is making me hate him! My God! I didn't think it was possible to hate an anime character just from reading a fanfic, but this fic is doing it. It is making me utterly despise Davis. Oh. And don't worry, folks. I'll be back to normal once I watch O2 again. But right now, this story is making me hate Davis so damn much. I would really prefer if it was this tie that got everybody out of their dream dimension. He's an old boot's no tricks. He grumbled himself and silently fast. If he stayed longer, then he would have heard what 9 said then. Davis, I'm surprised you don't take this any further. I mean, if you hate her so much, then why not just go to her bedroom when she's showering and watch her shower naked? So that way you can smile and say you knew what she looked like nude and humiliate her. And then find ways to continue to mess with her. Go for the ultimate humiliation, not just this piss poor, I'm just watching. No. Really amp it up. Make sure she never has a happy day in her fucking life. Because that's what you're doing. You're doing that anyway, so why not go all the way? Really make her suffer. But you won't, will you? Because that would make it seem like you actually care. Well, apparently you do. Fuck you, Davis.
Look, I don't know what this helps or not, but I've been thinking.
As he explained his theory about Erebus being some kind of evil thing at work, Kyrie was so sure. It could be. I don't think it is. If Erebus is evil, really gathering darkness for himself, why hasn't he done with it in that many eons? Lazy. Why does he forbid the Dark Angels from using it outside the Dark Zone? Lazy. As much as 9 knew to consider the possibilities he was wrong, he wasn't so sure.
You're saying so much power for something really, really huge. Like this. I think Erebus needs to be stopped before he hurts anyone else.
Gotta lift TK on this. Oh, no, not the whole entire absorbing power for something really, really huge. I just think he needs to be stopped. But hey, if you don't believe me, Frieza just wants the Dragon Ball so he can wish for immortality. He's not harming anybody. Let's just let him do that. I mean, if we mess with him, it's going to make things worse. He might come to Earth and attack. And Arlong, he's really over Kokiyashi villains. They're fine. Let's not try to help them or help Nami out. That would only make things worse for the people. And Eneru's just a god. He just wants to reach the endless far. So what if he wants to destroy all Skypiea? We shouldn't let him. We shouldn't get involved. And, whenever there's an evil Superman, we shouldn't do anything to stop him. He just wants to make sure we're all safe and happy. Why get involved? There's nothing wrong with a little murder and genocide, and there's nothing wrong with just him doing what he wants, right? Right? And there's also the evil Batman. I mean, whenever there's an evil Batman, he's usually forcing people into a police state, but they're fine. I'm sure they're in fear, but they're fine. We shouldn't get involved. We could only make things worse. Kari was so mixed up she didn't know what to think. TK, please. She's not. If our angels are really evil or didn't done anything wrong to anyone, you can't settle with someone for how they look or what they seem to be doing. Oh, don't you dare bring racists into this! That's pretty much what killed Davis to begin with. Really, I thought Davis killed because he was a whiny brat who was a stalker. So you referred to how badly Davis was judged by so many. All those girls wanted to date him because he was popular to boost their own image and not caring about Davis at all. I count 2! 2 girls! We don't know about the others. You never said the others. All you said in the previous chapters were, and they sent them dates. They sent them emails. They sent them letters. They all wanted to date him. We don't know that. You're just trying to say that they did to make this work. The problem is, that is hyperbole. That is putting a blanket statement. Now, if you actually, showed us the girls from other countries and showed us what those letters were, maybe we could believe it. But no, you chose not to because of your word limit. And since we didn't see those letters, all we're thinking is just, well, any sane person would be, okay, what about some other girls? Are you saying all of them do? Because that sounds kind of stupid. Davis's mom insisting and Pastor he could get a girlfriend, think he could be happy alone. Stands to show how he wasn't hurt by it. You never really showed it. You hurt other girls. You insulted them. You mocked them. You just walked around in your own little world insulting people? How is that not hurt by it? There are girls Davis had crushes on what thought him was a dork and refused to give a time of day. Why not? Only chased her groups when he was popular and heroic enough. Yeah. I can see how being a Dizzy Destin, world popular, will make you popular. What about the others? Only to be gold diggers. Of course, Kari herself was hardly any better. Not even willing to give him one chance to herself and not seeing him in a better light. Wait, so how's that badly judging Davis? That seems like respecting him and cherishing him as a hero. Dictionary, Mikan! Get one! Kari? Kari read her eyes. I don't think you should put too much pressure on Kari. The last time you acted on impulse, look what happened to you in Patamon. TK clenched his fist in anger and sadness pierced him side, made him think more about Erebus, Davis, and the rest of the Dark Zone. Mostly his status as a Digidestin separated from Patamon, despite the other facts he seemed to be overlooking. Oh, no. Vic, you're giving us the facts. We're looking at them, and I think anybody with a clue could see this. The only reason why anybody wouldn't would be just to make fun of this show. Just to speak in hyperbole, because they're afraid to give the person that they're riffing on a break. I can't take this anymore. All this darkness and stress and hateful feelings. Something's gonna go wrong. Something worse than anything's happened so far. TK couldn't argue with there, but the substance of the Dark Angels couldn't be allowed to continue like this. Can I walk home with you? Thanks, but I'd really like to be alone. I need to think. Kyrie got up, picked him on the cheek, and walked off. Kyrie, wait! Got him on a call as he dashed out to catch up with her, leaving Nine on his own as once the sky got dark and those streetlights came on. He was really starting to feel that Kyrie was starting to slip from him as well. Sorry, so he must have fixed her interest in dating again. She wouldn't let him help her study, get her school game back in gear. This is also another reason grades are so important to begin with. Davis, if she commits suicide, I will kill you. From within the digital world of the Dark Ocean, Emma was wandering along the dark beaches. Oh, they're gonna sing, aren't they? TK9 clenched his fist, feeling anger growing. Those dark angels. No good can come from anything that dark. I want those motherfuckers to pay for this, and they will. Only problem he had was how to pull it off. Oh, there's a line about not realizing his own faults, but if there's one thing that I despise is Ron the Death Eater. Some way for her to get at the Dark Angels, and even force Erebus to expose himself as the evil it brought him to be. Honestly, I was just thinking about kicking Erebus's ass and killing him. But you can't kill a god. Yeah, that's what they said about Vecna, but we imprisoned him for so long, it's not going to be funny. There are so many gods I've killed. Kefka. Sephiroth. So yeah. God means nothing to me anymore. You call a character a god, I just call him, okay, when can I give him a beatdown? When he got him, he met all the others. He told him about his theory regarding the Dark Angels, but each and every single response was the same. No one really felt like going along with it. Maybe Sora dismissed the theory of Dark Angels being evil, since he had done such bad actions other than kidnapping people. Sora refused, felt TK was slipping to one of his anger at evil moments again, and suggested he cool it off. Yuli, Cody, and even Ken refused. He and Erebus is warning not to interfere with the Dark Angels' business. Because, hey, who will we care if people get kidnapped, forced into this hellhole, doing nothing more than just sitting around all day, taking away victories? You better make Davis' spirit any more upset. Poor guy's been enough. So have all of us. Even Izzy refused, stating it would be tempting to learn more about Dark Angels and their ways of the afterlife. He too wished to live and be at peace, plus all the sources and dimensions were a dangerous thing to be tampering with. If we're not careful, we could end up destabilizing the entire space-time continuum for all worlds as well as our own. That will lead consequences incredibly massive. I can't even see them. Well, yes, let it be. Well, even Matt himself refused, even though he understood where his brother was coming from. Nine angrily pounded his computer growled. Nine? Are you alright? You've been growling and pounding ever since you came home. Just a little frustrated, Mother, replied Nine. He hadn't told her about the Dark Zone or Dark Angels. Well, she said to June and her mom. None of the other families knew about it. Still upset? It says, doesn't it? I don't know what to do, Mom. I tried to help, she keeps pushing it away. Sometimes people can't get over the problems. I should know your father can never get over his anger issues. She stopped there, not wanting to talk about the divorce. Some people can't get over the problems. At least they can find a way to try and live with themselves. Let's try not to complicate things. Remember, honey, some things happen, and we can't always control them. Oh, that is such a piece of shit. That is such horrible advice. Because that means we should let abusers harm other people. But hey, Mike is the one who supports evil. Nothing can be changed. This needs to go before anyone else gets hurt. Those Dark Angels are going down. Again, if these people died in a heroic accident or suicide, I wouldn't mind it. But nope, randomly. That sounds pretty cruel and heartless. So yeah, while darkness does not always mean evil, in this case, it so totally does. It's
especially coming from your definition, Mikey. Everything you are going to write at this moment is all on your characters, not them. Can't believe it. Everything's working out perfectly. I tells you, kiddo. I tells you it would. All I want to know is, when's the sky gonna fall? That's what I love about you, sort of stuff. Never-ending confidence. This is no laughing matter, Jillian. The fate of worlds rests on these two green shoulders. Hold on, I gotta check in. Central to Big Cheese. You read me? Central. Big Cheese? You've definitely been watching too many spy movies. Time for the music, Big Cheese. Master Logan, we are handling a wedding, not an exchange of prisoners. The musicians are ready. The butler puts down his communicator and continues to walk. There are times I would like to strangle, times I would like to shoot him. Such a wide range of options is open to me. Especially from the pool. The butler steps in and sees a whirlpool swirling around. And sees two people underneath the water swimming. You can tell from the images of their curves and the way that they are swimming, they are being playful and that they are naked. Excuse me, the pool is not yet open. There will be a lifeguard on duty after the festivities. They can't hear me. The water splashes up, and two figures appear from the water. One a brunette, the other one dark hair, with purple eyes. Oh, God, yeah. I'm sorry I didn't realize it was you two. Mr. Logan said you need to pull every now and then. Yeah, every hour on the hour if we Atlanteans start to regain our strength. By the way, thanks for the fresh water without chlorine. Oh, bless her, ma'am. You might want us to join the festivities. They are about to begin. And if you'd like, I can bring a servant to pick up your wet bathing suits. Don't bother. We are not wearing any. Oh, yes. I'll inform Mr. Logan. You're on your way. Teenagers. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Thank you. Donna, Terry, today is your day, and we're so happy you wanted it with us to share with you. This is a case I'm sure none of us will love to forget. You two deserve all the happiness in the world. I'm so proud that you decided to have our wedding on here on D in the States. There'll be food and drink galore. For that, and for the first dance, I have the privilege of introducing the bridal party. And so, people begin to walk down the massive stairs as music starts to play. Two children, Jennifer and Adam, Cindy and Barry Jr., Sharon and Howard, Lilith and Samuel, Corey and Randolph, and Diana and Barry. Now, for the first time as husband and wife, let's hear it for Terry and Donna! The music starts to play. The first dance, forever known as our song. Ready, honey? Can't wait. Let's do it. And now, John Denver's Any Song. They'll begin, then you can join in. Any song. It's perfect. Now can I tell you how scared I was? Terry and Donna's hands join and they begin to dance. My knees were shaking during the whole ceremony. Your knees? Mine were doing the Charleston. I am never going through that again. Promise? Forever. Hold it, just please, John, Terry. Really could have sent one of the other photographers to the studio, Carl. You're a guest. No way, hon. On your wedding, I was doing this myself. Say cheese, please. Sharon, you were once Donna's roommate? Yeah, but forget her, Howard. You single or what? Smile, kids. Cheeseburger. To my brother, the luckiest man in the world. Nuts. Perfectly. Donna and Terry begin to look at the cake and show off their wedding rings to each other. Now, let's get down and boogie. The music continues playing up to high gear, and the dance sequence commence. Am I shaking myself the right way, Dick? Any way you shake yourself is fine with me. Guard chooses a partner to dance. This is great. I really think I did it right this time, Jillian. You'll hear arguments from me, sorry. Excuse me. Please. Here it comes. Been waiting for this. A person steps in and bumps into Cyborg. My name's Sting, and I was wondering, you ever play football? You're so big. No offense, of course. Oh, yeah, in high school. Maybe Sir's right. Nobody said nothing. The dances continue. The two people on the dance floor continue to watch. Namely, a certain individual with glasses and his friend, both of them coming from Smallville. Well,
reporting from WTBS. Well, Clark, ready to break the dance floor? Uh, just was a little fast, Lana. My back's been acting up in. Hopeless, Clark. Just hopeless. And that was your Superman cameo for today! Thank you!
Derek, glad to meet you. My name's Mal Duncan. This is my wife, Karen.
Oh, Don, I'm so happy for you.
Heard all about the Guardian and Bumblebee.
Oh, quit with all. Oh, we quit all that when Mal and I got married. You hear he sold his first novel?
You've got to come to dinner, for Karen's a great cook. Look at me, you can tell.
They're two individuals, Mal and Karen, formerly Guardian and Bumblebee. Now husband and wife. Two black heroes, now enjoying the environment of happiness. I didn't know you two tied the knot. Congratulations. Lilith comes by.
Thanks, and sorry about the knock. I know you two were close.
Thanks, Mal. And I. Something wrong, Will? You say something, Mal? I felt a shiver just for a second. It was so strange. You could sense the future. Did you pick up something wrong? I don't know what it was. Probably the air conditioning. Nothing to worry about. Elsewhere, the butler continues walking on the top floor.
Sounds like beyond that door. Sounds like a scraping. That's strange. I locked all the secretary rooms. Then Logan's friends. Anything is possible. Excuse me, someone there?
He opens the door and sees nothing.
No answer, but I still had best check. If it's a burglar, I'd be surprised to learn that some of the Teen Titans are guests here. Hello? Must have been mistaken. Must have been my imagination. Still, it's just a strange sound. Nothing I ever heard before.
And we had to have Jimmy Olsen be the Guardian on Supergirl. We could have had this guy. He's the Guardian. But then again, I kind of wish Jimmy Olsen was replaced with John Henry Irons. What? I love John Henry Irons. He needs to show up more. Well, Roy, you realize Dick and Don are the only original club members left? Now I'm just an ordinary Jill like you and Garth. I don't think I've been called ordinary before. Somewhere else, Wally talks to his old friends. Garth, and of course, Roy Harper. After what I've been through, sometimes I wonder if there are any ordinary people anymore. Rory, honey, what club did you and Wally belong to? Just a youth club, Leia. I was much younger. Roy says nothing. Only faint memories of being good friends with a certain team of heroes. Lucy, Tina, Mercy, you gotta see him. Him? This better be good, Margie. Oh, I think I died and gone to heaven. The girls began to walk outside the balcony to see Dick Grayson standing with a certain individual dressed all in black. His tie properly fixed. His hair combed back. He's gorgeous, I want him. Oh, he's okay if you like magnificent hunks. What a tuss. Wonder what he looks like in shorts. The man, of course. It's Dick Grayson's adopted father. The man who trained him and taught him everything. Bruce Wayne.
Is something wrong, Dick?
Sorta. How's it going with you and Jay?
Natalia and I adopted him, and there's nothing I can do. How are you and Coriander doing?
Better than ever. He's great, Bruce. Understand, don't begrudge your wanting to adopt Jay, but something keeps nagging at me. Dick lowers his head. Why didn't you ever try to adopt me? Bruce stands in silence, watching as Dick lowers his head, frowning.
I've been thinking about that. All I can say is I was probably too young and too obsessed to be beginning my career as Batman. I guess I never gave it much thought back then. Then, before I knew it, the boy wonder became a man. I realized how much time had slipped by me. But believe me, I couldn't have loved any son more. I know I haven't said it much, but I'm proud of you.
A faint smile crosses Dick's face as those words crosses his ear. Thanks, Bruce. Really.
Then I propose a toast.
Tink. 2 glasses, of course, may look like champagne, but they're still just plain ginger ale and water.
to Nightwing and the Titans.
Into Batman and the Outsiders.
Elsewhere, the dance goes on as Garfield begins to roll about, having a grateful time.
This worked out better than I dreamed. I'm a success, Dillion. Yay for me.
Hey, Logan. I want to speak to you. Now.
In a sec, Vic. Let me finish this dance.
Now.
Sure, let's go.
Cyborg takes Beast Boy away. I'll get him to a back room. Okay. I understand polite, but nobody said word one about the way I look. What did you do? Cyborg begins to talk to Garfield right outside the room.
I told you, I took care of everything. You know, my stepdad, Pops Mento, from the old Doom Patrol, he's got this helmet that amplifies his mental powers. Anyway, I got him sending out mental impressions to everyone who looked at you. So they don't see Cyborg at all. They'll see Lennon all like fixed though. Great, huh?
It's been a cover-up all along, and here I was thinking I could block with regular people again? Garfield's hurt. He hears the red from Vic. I kept thinking you worked up some explanation as to why a Titan would be here, but it's all been one fat damn lie! Logan, damn it, Logan! I feel more like a monster than I ever did before. Angrily, Vic storms off. You're Adrienne, aren't you? You're Diana, Donna's sister. Gar told me you worked out the color and decorations for the party. You did a wonderful job. It looks lovely, huh? Thanks, Diana. Something wrong? I don't know, I just feel something. Something about a door. Must be my nerves. My little sister getting married could do that to you. But what could be wrong here? Miss Anders, my name is Mike Price. I gotta tell you, I brought your poster the day it come out. It's gorgeous, Miss Anders. You look almost as gorgeous as you are in person. Why, thank you. You're very nice. Oh, this maid, you're really over her. It's disgusting. I spoke with her a few moments ago. She's really very nice. I actually wanted to like her. Now that's really disgusting. Corey doesn't barely hear anything of this. Instead, continues to enjoy the compliments. Honey, I'd like you to meet two very dear friends. Donna and Hank Hall, Hawk and Dove. Donna's spoken often about you, too. Funny, I got the impression you two are older.
Yeah, lately everyone's been saying that. D-Blood Dent, I barely recognize you. No reason you shouldn't have, Dickie. My Harlequin days were 50 pounds ago, say the least. Those were good old times when the Titans were indeed, hon. Yeah, they were fun. By the way, speaking of Harley Quinn.
Yes, the original Harley Quinn. There was one before our lovely Harley. Moving on.
Realized something a while back. You're too old to be Two-Face's daughter. Think you just wanted to figure that out? Batman would not be happy. So what's the truth? Maybe, Dickie. Just maybe I'll tell you one of these days. Yes. Ta-ta! But, Della?
Oh, so many mysteries that popped up from here. So many things.
Splash! Sheila, Gar, come on. It'll be great. We can reform Titans West again. Uncle Lad, Uncle Girl, Golden Eagle, and Batgirl, just like the old days. The Titans back in operation, second branch would be a great idea. I don't know, pal. I do. With Aquaman gone from Atlantis, Garth and I have too many responsibilities. We can't spare the time. You asked Wally and Roy? Yeah, Roy said he'd think about it. Wally's retired for good. He said, Mel and Karen are rolling out too. Frankly, I think Titans West was an idea whose time is over. Maybe get someone else to set up a West Coast branch of heroes.
Yeah, the West Coast feels kind of lonely out there.
Gar sits alone outside of his house, feeling sad. The sun's setting in the east. Does it pay to try anymore? Everything I touched is ruined. My parents, Rhea, Larry, and the Chief, all dead. No matter what I do, I seem to make life hell for all my friends. All I ever wanted to do was help. Why do I keep hurting the ones I love? Gar?
Look, Vic, I'm sorry about everything. I don't want to fight. Just please leave me alone right now.
I'm miserable enough without you berating me. Hey, no fight. So you want to beat me up. I'm sorry for what I said. Yeah, it hurt. But you were only trying to make Donna's wedding run smooth, man. And you have.
I got problems, but it wasn't fair to take them out on you. You're my best friend, and I don't want to change that because I'm a motor mouth.
Gar lets his and begins to tear. His best friend talking to him.
Friends, Clar?
Yes. Man, how's he ever going to apologize? Simple Dilly, he was acting as a kid. I spoke to him like any mother would. Shape of what I'll bring you. You can see the results with your own eyes. Gar and Vic shake hands. A friendship leap forwards.
Lure Basin Street, it's our turn now! Hit it!
Jericho also joins in, playing and rocking it out.
Don't look surprised, Joe. We used to play all the time. Still great, right? Don't answer that. Oh no, your tears my toe. Oh, now. Man, this is sweet stuff.
You're wonderful. Everything's been wonderful all day. Don't want any of it to end. Donna, need something, Diana? You have to come with me. Now, is something wrong? Please don't ask questions, just come. You and Terry is important. Can't you tell us what's going on? Is something wrong? Some villain on the loose? Someone needs my powers? What is it?
Not today, please. Any day but this one.
Just go in there. Both of us? You can wait until tonight. Go. Linda. Great Hera, is it you? The doors open. But, in revealing, a woman with long blonde hair floating in the air. Greetings, my daughter, and the man she loves. I've come to both give you my love. Mother, but how?
Daughter? Mother? Oh my god! Queen Hippolyta!
I beg his wise Athena to grant me this one request. How could I not witness in person the marriage of my daughter? Only once I was permitted to leave the shores of paradise. Now I long to touch the ground of man. I shall not lose my immortality. Athena, Hera, and Lord Zeus too wish the happiness of the gods themselves. Sweet Donna, this day brings me such joy, for I see the child I raised become a true woman. Terrence Long, in you I see a wisdom far few men possess. I can see the reason you have earned my daughter's love. Nobly, Terry kneels before her. Queen Hippolyta, I thank you for your words. You honor me. Rise, my son. Now have the blessings of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. 2,000 years or more has it been since man's inhumanity forced my sisters to seclusion. In you, and others like you, I see the hope of eventual reuniting. In the words of my mother, grow and go together gracefully forever in love. Diana watches in silence, her arms crossed, as she cheerfully accepts the happiness of her little sister. You shall be like the gods, truly immortal. So, Hippolyta fades away. Elsewhere,
Hey, Vitelli, where you going? You're still on the tape.
Yeah, I know, just changing the batteries.
Oh, sorry, Jill, how do you think the tape looks?
You'll love it, Logan, trust me.
Talk about your basic tense.
It's alright, Janet, this all comes out. Hey, Doug, give me a hand. Let's look over here. It's kind of cake. It's showtime. Okay, pan the camera, and don't bother with the kids. Over there. Forget about stupid clown. Yeah, ton of Fairy and Terry the cake. This is perfect. Look at their faces. You can tell there won't be a dry eye in the house. Someone please tell Gar not to make faces. Don, turn this way a little, please. Perfect. Okay. Now, Gar, don't catch it. It's for the girls. I'm going to do with you. Favors be sharing. What's he say? Third bouquet she caught this year? She needs bouquets like Liz Taylor needs extra engagement rings. We'll get it tight. Don's story, Gar Bell. Legs. Now, Gar, this is one for you guys. Sorry, Bell, but you're just too short. Joe Wilson got it. I think Sarah likes it fitting on her. What's he say? Oh my lord. We'll really have to dub that over. Does he really say that? Alright. Donna and Terry kiss as the sun begins to set. I think that's a perfect wrap. Evening now, the end of a perfect day. Filled with happy memories, party goers stream out Steve Dayton's estate. Gar's only us left now. All of us, particularly Donna and Terry, wanted to give you something special.
Me? Oh my. I don't know what to say.
I really hate when you accept tumble.
Dang, I told you had nothing to worry about.
Congratulations, Mr. Logan. Despite my fears, you presented a wonderful celebration.
Thanks, Quester, but I couldn't have done it without you.
Believe me, sir, so I'll continue to remind you of that. You did, Sprat.
Yeah, I guess I did that.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of memories here. I didn't even get to speak half of these people.
Barry, it was wonderful. Terry's gonna be so happy. He and Donna have lovely friends.
Yeah, I know, sis. I kind of envy him. We were both married, then divorced, but I think he found himself the best woman in the world. What a love would be half so lucky. Good luck, brother. You deserve the best. I can't believe this. Steve Dayton's private jet just for ourselves? This has gotta be a dream, honey. Pitch me.
Married 4 hours and already into the kinky stuff, eh?
Mr. Dayton wishes you his very best. On board the plane as they fly off, the controller sets out to talk. I hope your flight will be a pleasant one. These cocktails are for you and your missus. If you need us, just ring. Otherwise, you'll have total privacy. This flight to Greece will have one stopover in London. Until then, this is wonderful. My pleasure to serve you. Private jet, honey. Our friends are too much. Donna?
Be alone. That's why I prefer it, honey. Surprise!
Donna steps out, dressed in a toga. It's very form-fitting and shows off what her mama gave her! Ooh, whoa! That dress reminds me of Balta. Can't get over meeting her. I mean, I've read about her all my adult life.
I couldn't believe you bowed to her. I think she was touched.
You know, I'm a history teacher. I had so many questions I wanted to ask. Seeing her, I couldn't think of anything. Maybe another time we have our whole lives together. Honey, to our everlasting love.
Peace, wisdom, and unity. Tink. It was great, but what's Ravenage song? I'm sure she wanted to come.
Reminds me of a student I had 3 years ago. She was in trouble, wanted to help, but was too shy to ask for it. Well, I didn't, just kept asking herself. I think Raven will have to ask you for help. You can't ask her.
But according to this fic, they shouldn't be asking her for help. Because that might cause problems.
You're always so wise and wonderful.
Only most of the time. Like how I know the best ways of spending a plane trip.
Oh, yeah? Show me.
I thought you'd never ask.
As the plane flies slowly off into the west,
I love you.
I love you.
we say goodbye. And no, I'm not doing the whole entire Troya arc. It's despite the fact that I do enjoy it. No, I think next time I might do Terror of Trigon or one of the Nightwing stories. Or since I'm in a marriage mood, I might do the Wedding of Superman and Lois. God damn, she was awesome. Oh, Titans World. And here we go! More confirmation, more talking, more bad-mouthing themselves. Raven tries to tell them that you shouldn't argue with spirits or a god for that, even though they're Titans, they have argued with gods! They've argued with the freaking devil! Tara wants to raise a child, everybody is just talking around, just doing nothing. He was looking over the city. Meanwhile, Beast Boy is being an ass, just looking over the city, grumbling. Wants to get people pick on the small, per of the weak. Wants to get support hungry suffer, yada yada yada. Look at them all. It's a dog-eat-dog world. He clenched his fist, tightly out nothing but. I know I've been censoring curse words, but this is a slur, and I'm not going to insult people reading this. Of course, no one can naturally help him. My fellow there, he was panting a little. Of course, one of the Singular Dark Angels appeared, having since outraged it together. I would like to apologize for losing my cool for a few seconds there. I just saw something utterly silly. Anyway. Okay, they spoke in a native language with eerie wind sounds. I'm not translating subtitles. You are going to just say the words like a real man, damn it! I sense your disturbance from home. Beast Boy Simon responded. I'm okay, I think. But there's not a time when I don't feel like paying back these assholes for the way they treated me, and ain't what matters before I kneel. See? Sentry knew how he felt, being affected with the same offense that made the darkness swallow him thousands of years ago. We all have our reasons for wanting to, but mortals have done nothing to truly warrant us to abandon our ways. These are the wishes of Lord Erebus, I think. Beast Boy respected this, and together he and his comrade left to the Dark Zone. Oh, now they're Russian? And wait a minute. Why are these people acting so snobbish and angry to each other? Why are the rich people kicking each other's ass? Why are there people mugging and poor? Aren't you supposed to be sucking up all this dark aura? Aren't you supposed to be sucking in all these bad feelings, these bad emotions, these bad days? Aren't you supposed to be draining it all away? Well, aren't you? And yet, you just said there are rich snubbing the not so rich and the poor and destitute. And yet, you're not doing a thing. Apparently there's still dark aura down there. You're not really absorbing anything. Also, according to you, well, we absorb things to give you lucky breaks. Well, you last 20 years are still getting their asses handed to them. Really not much of a lucky break for them. And nothing's really changing. You guys are doing nothing. You really are doing nothing with this dark aura. You're not even absorbing it because bad things are still happening. It's not even, oh, we're sucking up the bad emotions because Kyrie is still so depressed. I'm surprised he hasn't committed suicide yet. As the days passed, Twilight did nothing but study. She would take a book on physics, magic, legacies, and anything she could find to help her project, going back to the Dark Zone, look at whatever curse there was. Go, Twilight! Take a book herself, make whatever notes and formulas she could, put it down in a pile. Second post got taller and taller as the cells started to become barren. Twilight would scribble more notes and formulas on the walls and out of paper. Naturally, Yasa came in to check her and gave her some food on the tray. She would try to get Jester's attention by asking her, "How's it going? Are you okay?" To which Jester would merely respond with, okay. Nice. Jester would use the solar panels to harness moonlight. It was, after all, just reflected sunlight, which she felt to be most vital in her project, the light of the full moon. Mikey. You don't have solar panels in Equestria. What's more, Twilight has fireflies. Those are the lights in Equestria. That's the light. Also, in the real world, solar panels, they have batteries to charge for those moments. It wasn't long before Jester started experimenting, mixing potions, combining her magic with them as well. Resulted in small explosives, forcing her to reconfigure her formulas to try again. Resulted in bigger explosions. A week later, the air ponies met outside in the fields. She just keeps working, said Yasa. See later yawned. Those explosives keep me awake at night. Well, then get your own house. So you go be sleeping with Trixie? Olier sighed. I don't think we should let Jester work like this anymore, said Keyleth. I know we all agreed it was our best plan, but is it worth it now?
Not to me, it isn't,
said Sasuke, seemingly standing for nowhere.
Hey, where did you come from?
Asked Vax. We were having a private conversation, added Vex. Sasuke snuffed.
Is that why you're out here in public? Besides, everyone within a 10-mile radius has felt those explosive terrorists. Even I felt them in my own dimension. What's she doing anyway?
Asked Sasuke. The ponies didn't think it would be much to explain to Sasuke, but it was Ruby who decided, well, you see, she took a huge breath and spilled the beans fast. It all started when, you know.
I know. And I just have to say, I'm in.
You're in?
They don't know darkness like I do. My soul had been completely absorbed in the dark. I know all about it.
Everybody just calmly nodded as Sasuke walked away.
I'm not reading the rest of this dialogue, no. So, what do you need me to help you with?
Look, Sasuke, I know this dialogue's stupid, but mind if I read some of this?
Fine. You're meddling with things that are not meant to be meddled with. This is one risk you shouldn't take.
Wow.
Let me guess. This is one of those authors that would believe that I should stay evil.
Yep. What about Spike? What about all the Dark Angels? They should stay there, cursed and miserable? What about the other innocent men and all over the dimensions?
Abbas says if the darkness gets them, they become Dark Angels too. I want to help them, Discord, Sasuke. I want to help them.
Again, why do I have this feeling that if I were to set something up like this in a D&D campaign with Maiken, Maiken would be like, "No, man! No! No! I'm not going to do this! No!" Honestly, why do I have a feeling if Maiken's character was in a campaign with the Chroma Conclave, he would be like, the Chroma Conclave aren't really doing anything. We shouldn't mix with them. Yeah, I'm with Twilight. Those people shouldn't be staying there cursed and miserable. They shouldn't be stuck there doing nothing all the time. They should be allowed to actually get their right reward. Go, Twilight. Do it. Save them.